Good evening. How are you? I want to talk to you about something. I was on a call with Adam Binsman, super well respected sales trainer period in the roofing space. Company used to be Roof Strategist. Now he has the Roofing and Solar Reform Association, which is really cool. He was telling me about an experiment, and we've heard these experiments with the rats, right? You've got a a rat treading water. He treads water for like 19 minutes and then drowns. So they run this experiment. That tends to be the case. So around the 18-minute mark, or right at the 19-minute mark, they stick in a little ladder, and the rat climbs up, and then they test those rats again. They let them rest, and then they test them again. That rat has the hope for success, and it treads water something like 19 hours the second time. The first one gives up. The second one has something to look forward to, so he tries and he tries and he tries, and it takes 19 hours the second time. That's the one everybody's heard of. Now, Adam shared with me another experiment. The experiment was they take these rats, they starve them, make them very hungry, and then they clamp their tail and put them into a tube, I guess. I haven't seen the experiment, but I'm going off of memory here. They put them in a tube, and at one end of the tube is a piece of cheese or a treat or food, whatever. Now the rat can smell it, so attached to the clamp is a spring, and attached to the spring is a measuring device. The device is there to measure the amount of thrust or force exerted by the rat in order to get to the piece of food. So they measure, and the measurement comes out, and it's pretty consistent. He puts in a little bit of force trying to get to this food. So they feed the rat, and then they try the experiment again. This time the motivation is changed. They clamp the tail, they put the rat in the tube, and this time on the end of the measuring device, on the back end of the tube, they put a cat, a predator, something to fear, something that could cause pain. Now, what do you think happened when they checked the measurement that the rat, the amount of force that the rat exerted in order to try to get away from the cat? Significantly higher, right? You saw where that was going. Significantly higher than just trying to get a piece of food. So when I think about the people that I've worked with, the sales professionals that I've dealt with, the business owners that I consult with, there's only so much motivation when you're just chasing a piece of cheese. But when you have something that's really potentially painful, you've met these people, they're hungry, and they're mad about it, and they've got something to prove. They know what it's like to come from that pain, and they refuse to ever go back to that place. Now, I'm saying all of this to make you aware of the two experiments, but I also want to just say, I was in the shower, and I was thinking about what people deserve. I was thinking about myself personally. I deal with feelings of, am I enough? Do I deserve the success? All of the hesitation, and what if people don't like it, or what if people judge me? I still deal with those things. But over the last few months, I've had an incredible amount of, an overwhelming amount of deservedness, a feeling of I am enough. And what does that look like? For years, for almost 2 decades, I've been putting in a lot of work. I have been facing the things that I'm afraid of. I've been approaching things that are personal to me, both in business, both in my inside my personal life, in my relationships. I've gone deep, I've gone hard, and there's light at the end of the tunnel for me. It's really good. I feel a lot of deservedness. Does that mean that I'm gonna be successful? I hope so. Maybe not. I have a degree of success now. Do I have the things that I want? Not yet. But I so feel the amount of discipline, the amount of self-respect that I've put inside of my life, I'm very, very close. Now, I see people post all the time and say, you are enough. I would challenge that now. This is the shower thought I was dealing with. A lot of you are not enough. A lot of you are not doing what it takes to be enough. Maybe you're enough spiritually. Maybe you're enough from a place of love. And I'll certainly never take that away from you. But if you truly want what it is that you're after, I don't know if you've put enough in. I know for years I didn't. And I know people around me personally, good friends, family members, people I don't know, people I do know. I see the way you work, and I don't know if you're putting in enough. I can tell you a story. One of my favorite salespeople in the whole wide world, she's actually inside asleep right now. She used to work on one of our sales teams, and she was a pretty good sales professional. And there was somebody who beat her every single time. Every month, this dude crushed the numbers. And one day, this sales professional got sick and tired of being beat and decided to put in the work. If I recall what her regimen was, it was listen to 3 calls a day and implement without question. She listened to 1 good call, 1 bad call, and 1 of her own calls. So she would listen to somebody else, the top closer. She would listen to other people who were below her, and then she would listen to herself. She would make the comparisons, and then on her very next call, she would implement. She did that for 90 days straight, 3 calls a day. And she took the #1 spot. It takes work, guys. It takes a lot of work. And it takes showing up every single day. It takes 1 foot in front of the other, even when you're getting your teeth kicked in. When you're out of money, when you're out of energy, when things, the cards are stacked against you, and you still show up. And you do it with a smile on your face because you signed up for this. Somebody posted not too long ago, and they said, they asked, how long should it take in order to get to $10,000 months? That's like every sales rep's first big milestone. Get to $10,000 months or $100,000 a year, whatever, either one. My response was, if I told you it would take you 3 months, or if I told you it would take you 10 years, would it affect the way that you approached it? And he was like, no, I would still go after it. Well, that's life. We chose this. So we got to roll with the punches. We take those hits and we keep going, 1 foot in front of the other. Fail forward, fail faster. Just don't stop moving. That's it. Shower thoughts. Love you guys, and I wish you super, super duper well. I've got some cool stuff coming out. RemoteRep.com is getting a facelift, and I've got a community that I'm building. So for some of you, you know I have the Sales Professionals group, and we've got 53,000 members inside of the Sales Professionals group. We've been collecting email addresses, and we've been surveying, and the people said they wanted a community, so we've put together a platform. It's built on Mighty Networks, and we're going to put together something that's $150 a month, cancel anytime, and we're going to pour into you not just the sales training, not just the mentorship. It's going to be the community, the Ask Me Anything, and we're going to be talking a lot about the personal side of growth. We're going to be talking a lot about the actual professional stuff that you have to do in order to get the result. We're going to be talking about a lot of leveling up. $150 a month. Let me know if you're interested in being a part of it, and I'm going to be putting links to make it accessible for anybody and everybody. So, anywho, you are enough, but you could be doing more. Love you.